Have you ever wondered if the woman you like feels the same way about you? Maybe her smile lingers a little longer than usual, or her gaze lingers on you longer than usual. There could also be something subtle about the way she talks to you. Small details you sense, but find difficult to pinpoint. These often overlooked gestures actually carry powerful messages. In fact, when a woman truly likes someone, psychology shows that she almost always displays three very powerful subconscious signals. These signals aren't easy to fake, they're conveyed subtly, but they become obvious when you know what to look for. In this video, we'll explore these three signals in depth, explain how to recognize them, and most importantly, how to respond appropriately. The goal is to build a genuine, emotionally deep connection. Get ready to delve into the fascinating world of human behavior. We'll unravel what body language, tone of voice, eye contact, and even the small details of someone's attention to her feelings actually convey. Understanding these signals is not only useful in romantic relationships, but also a lesson in human communication and empathy. It shows how we connect on a level far beyond words. Understanding the female mind and the psychology of attraction is an important first step. Before delving into specific signals, it's important to understand how attraction works in general, especially in women. Contrary to popular belief, female attraction isn't always obvious, overt, or dramatic. Most of the time, it's quiet, emotional, and heavily influenced by psychological factors. Women are often highly attuned to their own feelings. When they feel attracted to someone, it's reflected in their behavior, even when they're not fully aware of it. Psychology teaches that female attraction is often fueled by a sense of emotional security, confidence, curiosity, and genuine connection. Elements such as nonverbal communication and consistency in behavior play a huge role. Studies show that women often send subconscious signals even before they consciously acknowledge their attraction, sometimes even to themselves. This means that what they do often says more than what they say. Therefore, when she likes you, nonverbal cues such as eye contact, posture, body language, tone of voice, and emotional consistency often reveal feelings that aren't expressed through words. Recognizing these signs is key to correctly understanding her intentions and responding appropriately. The first sign is that she mirrors your body language. This is one of the most fascinating phenomena in social psychology. Mirroring. What is mirroring? It's when someone unconsciously imitates another person's movements, posture, expressions, or even tone of voice. This behavior occurs naturally when we feel comfortable, safe, and emotionally connected to someone. When a woman begins to mirror your movements or posture, it's a strong indication that she feels emotionally close to you. Indirectly, her mind is saying, I feel comfortable with this person. I want to connect. In everyday life, mirroring can take many forms. You cross your arms, and a moment later she does the same. You lean forward slightly while talking, and she mirrors your movements. You laugh, and she laughs with a similar rhythm or pitch. You make a small hand gesture, and she repeats it in a similar way. Research in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior shows that people tend to imitate individuals they admire or with whom they have an emotional attachment. In a romantic context, this behavior usually intensifies as attraction grows. How to recognize it? Pay close attention to her posture, hand movements, speech rhythm, and tone of voice. If you notice a consistent pattern of her mimicking your actions or expressions, it's a strong sign of subconscious attraction. So, what should you do? Remain relaxed and continue building a natural connection. This isn't the time to make big statements, but rather to strengthen comfort and chemistry. Let the relationship develop organically. The second sign is that she creates opportunities to be near you. This signal is closely related to proximity and presence. When a woman likes someone, she rarely, sometimes she's just waiting for things to happen by chance. She'll find subtle ways to get closer. Even if she doesn't directly say, I like you, she creates situations that encourage more interaction. This can be seen in many ways. She engages in conversations or activities you're doing. She shows up coincidentally where you are. She texts you about little things in her day without expecting anything in return. She asks for your opinion, even on matters she could decide for herself. She also shows interest in your hobbies, projects, or things you consider important. Why does this happen? Humans naturally tend to approach people they like. Many women use indirect approaches to gauge someone's interest, observing their response before expressing their feelings openly. When you respond positively, it boosts her confidence to continue approaching. Psychologist Dr. Albert Merabian explains that physical and social proximity can strengthen emotional bonds. By sitting closer, maintaining frequent interactions, or extending conversations, she's subconsciously trying to build a deeper connection. How can you spot this? Notice if she frequently hovers near you, sits close by, or naturally leans in during interactions. Also, pay attention to whether she keeps the conversation going. Small gestures like leaning toward you or prolonging eye contact are strong signals. What should you do? Don't ignore them. Respond with attention, a smile, and an open attitude. Help keep the conversation going. Your response can either strengthen the closeness or drive it away. The third sign, her eyes reveal her feelings. This is perhaps the most powerful signal, eye contact. There's a reason why the eyes are often called the windows to the soul. The way someone looks at you can convey emotions that words can't. An intense, lingering gaze, or a gaze that follows your movements, is a sign of genuine interest. Eye contact also conveys emotional messages like curiosity, attraction, and a desire to connect. Research shows that when someone is attracted, they tend to maintain eye contact longer, seeking closeness without having to speak. Furthermore, subtle details in the gaze, such as a slight raise of the eyebrows, a visible smile, or an expression that follows your words, further reinforce these signals. When combined with body language and mimicry, these cues provide a clear picture of what she's subconsciously feeling. What should you do if you notice them? Reciprocate naturally. Maintain warm, attentive eye contact without overdoing it. This will strengthen the connection and create a sense of emotional security and comfort. In conclusion, recognizing subtle signs of female attraction is a crucial skill that involves observation, empathy, and psychological understanding. When you notice mimicry, attempts to approach, and strong eye contact, you're dealing with clear indicators of attraction. Remember that these signs aren't just about physical attraction, but also about emotional connection and security. Interpreting them correctly will help create more meaningful interactions and healthier relationships. Now that you understand these three signals, mimicry, creating opportunities, and eye contact, you'll be better equipped to read a woman's behavior more clearly and respond in ways that strengthen relationships. Yes,